The universe has bifurcation points, moments where a system can follow two radically different paths, depending on a single variable. And humanity is at that point right now. There is a phenomenon studied in complex systems called cognitive lock-in. When a system, whether an ecosystem, a culture, or even a brain, begins recycling the same patterns instead of generating new ones, it enters a regime of high predictability and low adaptation. What science describes, philosophy names differently. Plato called it the cave, and ancient traditions called it sleep. And what we see today, the growing dependence on external narratives, on technologies that think for us, on synthetic comfort, is the acceleration of that lock-in regime. Humanity, for the most part, is outsourcing its own consciousness. Well, but just wait. We have never had more novelty than now. Artificial intelligence, real-time information, technology doubling every 2 years. How can this be locked-in? Because novelty is not adaptation. Input is not integration. You can be exposed to 1,000 new ideas per day and still recycle the same pattern of consciousness. AI doesn't break the loop, it only accelerates it. More speed inside the same cycle. But complex systems don't only collapse, they also generate emergence. In biology, we call this speciation events. Moments when a lineage differentiates from the mass and begins operating at another level of complexity. There is always a minority that, instead of following the lock-in pattern, begins doing something different, decoding the pattern, questioning the narrative, raising the threshold of perception. This is not naive optimism, it is what system theory calls dissipative structures. Structures that, instead of closing themselves off from the environment, open up and reorganize at higher levels of order. The fractal canon calls this the great frequency segregation, not philosophy, a description of dynamics. Two regimes consolidating simultaneously. Organic entropy, where the vital is continuously extracted to keep artificial structures running, and regeneration, where individuals operate through the clarity of their own axis, without needing messianism or dogma to organize themselves. The ancients already mapped this. Hermeticism spoke of the difference between those who operate from the principle and those who operate from the reflection. Zoroastrianism reinforced it. Asha and Druge through order and destruction. The canon didn't invent this structure, it decoded with a different vocabulary. The question is not what happens to humanity. That question still assumes you are a spectator. The right question is, from which frequency are you operating right now? Because the future of humanity is not a destination that happens to you. It is a field that you co-generate. With every choice, with every act of attention, with every pattern you refuse to recycle. If you made it this far, you probably already know which line you